So today I'm going to walk you through the steps of evaluating the credibility of a source. So first we need to imagine our situation, because without a purpose for the source, we really cannot accurately evaluate its credibility. So we're going to imagine that we're researching the topic, what we should do to help people with depression. And our purpose is to write an informative, formal research paper. So we know with that purpose, we have to have the most credible sources. So imagine that you're doing some searching and you come across this source. And you see that it's called 10 Signs of Depression, so that relates to our topic of how to help people who are experiencing depression. So remember, when we evaluate the credibility of a source, we're looking for currency, reliability, authority, and purpose. As I'm evaluating my sources, I do want to keep track of what information I find as far as the credibility of the source, so I can remember what to consider as I think about the whole thing. So first I'm going to look at the currency of the source. And I see that it was updated October 23rd, 2019. So that was an easy place to find the date. So I'm just going to copy that, paste it in my notes. And I'd say that's pretty current, so I'm going to give it a big plus. So now we're looking at reliability. And remember, reliability, we're asking questions such as, is it fact or opinion? Is there evidence? Does the author use sources? So I'm going to look through here a little bit. I'm going to skim it pretty fast. Okay, we have a statistic here that impacts more than 300 million people. It has information about symptoms. Okay, and now we have different sections here. So far, I don't see any references to sources. Oh, it's one of the slideshow things, so I have to click next to see the next one. Okay, so once again, I see a lot of information that looks like facts, but I don't see any references to sources. And I do see this button here that says fact checked. So first I'm going to make note of what I've noticed so far. So a positive appears to be factual. Negative, no references to sources. I'm going to put at the beginning of the article because I really haven't looked at the whole thing. I'm going to click on this fact checked. So it says here that the article has been written and reviewed by our team of medical doctors and experts using the latest research in an effort to provide you with the most accurate information available. I'm going to just go ahead and copy this into my notes. My notes look a little sloppy, but that's okay. They're just notes that help me evaluate the credibility of the source. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the authority. And remember, with authority, we're looking at who wrote it. So we see here by Prerna Faculty Staff. And we can go up here. Oh, I'm looking for an About Us because I don't really know anything about Prerna or the faculty staff at this point, except for this little spot here. Maybe I should look at this. Our team of medical doctors and experts. See where this takes us. Okay, so we have meet our content experts. I'm just reading through this information. Here we have our medical editors and content writers and editors. Okay, so the actual writers we don't have information about the authors themselves. We only have information about the editors, and all the editors have medical doctorates, so that's good. But it's a little, I'd say it's a little sketchy that their authors only have first names listed. So I'm gonna say plus, maybe I'll do it down here, plus editors are medical doctors, but a minus is that the author only lists first name. So to me, that's a red flag on authority right there. I'm going to see if I can find out more about this Facti Health. Okay, so I'm looking for an About Us. Here we go. So with a primary focus on health, Facti Network publishes reliable health content from the latest medical research to diet and lifestyle tips, all vetted by a qualified medical review team. Okay, so we're back to that same page. So it sounds good. I don't know if I trust something called Facti Health. Let's see what I find on Google. Okay, so this is back to the site we just had. Okay, and their Facebook page, Twitter, Pinterest. Let's see if there's a Wikipedia article. Now, you wouldn't use Wikipedia as a source, but sometimes Wikipedia can give a good overview of an organization, and you can help use that to determine if it's trustworthy or not. So at this point, I'm kind of on the fence about authority. I'm also going to put here the title, Facti Health. Sounds a little sketchy to me. And finally, I'm going to look at the purpose. So what is the purpose of the article, as well as what is my own purpose? So if I go back to the article itself, from the information, it seems like the purpose is to inform, but I am bombarded by ads. I get this video over here. I have links to articles over here, which isn't necessarily bad. I have some advertisements here and in the middle. And then down here, all kinds of weird stuff. So I'm not sure. The point might be to get you to look at ads. I do see this disclaimer here. This site offers information designed for educational purposes only. I think this is just saying, hey, get healthcare from a doctor. Don't trust us for your own health. But we have good information. So I don't think that's actually helpful to determining the purpose completely, although they said for educational purposes. So I'm going to say claims to be informative, but lots of ads and irrelevant articles and links to. Okay, so I've looked over the 4 parts of the CRAP test. So I have currency, which has got great currency. Authority appears to be factual, but there aren't any references. This part, the latest research, that would be more reliability reviewed by our medical doctors and experts. That's actually dealing more with authority. So reliability is okay. Authority and purpose is where I have a real problem here. That doesn't seem to have great authority, especially because the author will only have her first name listed, and there's not any information about her that I saw. And the purpose, especially when you get down here to this kind of stuff, it almost seems like it's more clickbait type information rather than strong, credible evidence. So just based on the CRAP test, I would not use this source to write a formative formal research paper. Now, the information itself might be relevant, but if it's not from a credible source, we shouldn't use it. So hopefully that helps you understand better how to use the CRAP test.